Okay. I am at a hotel. I don't know if you guys could see. Okay, let me see. This is me. This is me. And that's my hotel. Okay, so let me turn off the camera. And so you guys know that I am either the first African to criticize, at least to make a video regularly criticizing the passport bros, or one of the first. And I came to, I was criticizing the passport bros from a very pro-Black position. I have said this so many times. I started, I am very pro-Black. I write for Medium, and almost everything I write is pro-Black. I have said this. I have told you guys many times how I came to find out who Austin Holman was, and that was, I wrote. Remember when Pearly Things invited Nick Fuentes and basically said that Black anyways. So I wrote exactly. I am anti-FBA. But you can't be anti-Black Americans because Black Americans. You have to admire Black Americans, right? I compare Black Americans to Black Brazilians. Black Brazilians are actively trying to erase their Blackness. It was so funny. I read this article that said that in the past, Black Brazilians, they have to be black before they can acknowledge they are Black. But they watched Black Americans be openly and very, overtly being proud of themselves. So they said that more and more Brazilians are identifying as Black, and they believe that is because of Black Americans. So Black Americans, the contributions they have, let's be honest. Honestly, right now, I believe the only reason Blackness has any chance to exist as not as a, as a shameful identity, but as a proud identity is because of Black Americans. So for me, Black Americans are, I am very much in awe of them. I admire them a lot. And when I started criticizing the passport bros, which I still do and I will continue to do, it has always been from a very pro-Black position. In fact, if, when I was criticizing Austin's anti-Black womanness, I was not, I have never, in fact, I was saying that Black African women should not support passport bros because passport bros are Black American women, and you cannot be pro-Black if you are anti-Black American women. So I have always supported Black Americans, always, and I will continue to support Black Americans. So, but I am watching this, and I'm almost sure people know who I am talking about, calling Black American women Keisha, claiming that, Black Americans are, he said something like, they are tiring Black white people here, so they go to Africa, and they are bothering white people here with crime, and then they go to Africa to bother Africans or something like that. And I was so offended. This is so racist to claim that, and you are here freaking in America, enjoying the fruit of the fight Black Americans did, and then you are going to turn around and attack Black Americans. And you cannot call Black Americans, you cannot make a statement that, Black Americans are bothering white people and claim you are talking about specific Black people. There is no, like, that statement is a very racist, very generalized statement. And what I don't understand is this. Why do Africans believe being racist after Black Americans would somehow benefit us? Like, whatever is said about Black Americans here in America is being said about Africans anywhere else in the world, right? What it's called, Ethiopians. The Ethiopians in Israel. The stereotype of Ethiopians in Israel is exactly the same as the stereotype of Black Americans here in America. So when you support that stereotype, you are also supporting that stereotype against Black people all over the world. And I don't even understand this idea that we Africans here in America are somehow better than Black Americans. If we were better than them, we wouldn't even have to come here. And here is the thing that even here in America, I mean, I probably am, economically better off than the average Black American person, but I know why. It's because I was I'm not I'm not the average Ethiopian in Ethiopia. The average Ethiopian doesn't have a degree. I already had a degree when I came here. So you cannot compare us Africans here in America to Black Americans here in America. It's like, comparing the top 1% of Africa with the average Black American. It doesn't even make sense. We are not we are not the average. And here is the problem with, putting ourselves high. What we are doing right now when we are, supporting racism against Black Americans is actually also damaging the future of our grandkids, because research has shown that the grandchildren of African immigrants are indistinguishable from, ADOS kids. Like kids whose, Black kids whose family has been here for generations. So when you are being racist against Black American women, Black American people, and supporting racism against Black American people, what you are doing is you are making the future worse for your grandkids. And I don't know why you would do that. Like, why would an African, make the future of his grandkids worse? And it is so easy to criticize passport bros without using racist tropes. Like, I have been criticizing them for almost 3 years, over 3 years, maybe, I don't know. I don't know when I started criticizing them, but it's over 2 years. And I have not once used racist stereotypes. There is absolutely, I don't even know why you would separate yourself from Black Americans. It's like, if you are an African anywhere in the world, you are a Black person. This idea that, because we have accent and because white people somehow treat us better, we are better than Black Americans is actually a very self-damaging thing. The best thing for Black Africans to do is to always side with, with Black Americans. I always side with Black Americans. Of course, the FBAs are, they are right-wing racist. Like FBAs, you could criticize FBA. FBA is not Black Americans. I used to think FBA was Black American, but FBA is not. FBA is basically a very right-wing. But what is this? The sad thing is that the people attacking FBAs, whatever, are actually also like the Africans attacking, FBAs are also just as right-wing are the FBAs. They are homophobic. The FBAs are homophobic. the Africans criticizing the FBAs are homophobic. The FBAs are sexist. The Africans attacking the FBAs are sexist. So these two are actually, and the FBAs are xenophobic. So are the Africans. The Africans, they do not want the FBAs, the Black Americans in the continent, not because you know what. We do not, I mean, I am against Black Americans going to Africa. I am against any European going to, any Westerner going to Africa. But there is xenophobia and not wanting, Westerners in Africa, because Westerners in Africa are distracted. What the hell? I brought my my works, MiFi or whatever it's called. I brought it here, and it goes beep 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 beep, and it scares me. Anyway, it is very, 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 very simple, very easy to criticize Black Americans without resorting to racism. Racism doesn't help Africans. I do not even know why Africans have fooled themselves into thinking that the racism that comes to Black Americans somehow will skip us. It will not skip us. Whatever racism comes, let me tell you guys something. Nigerian Americans are the most educated demographic group in America. The most educated. More educated than white people, more educated than Asians. Guess what? They make less than their income. We have to separate wealth and income. The wealthiest people in America, of course, are what is called white people, but we are not talking about wealth. When it comes to income, Nigerian Americans make less than white people, less than Asians, because of racism. So when you are an African sitting there, calling Black American women Keishas, claiming that Black Americans are welfare queens and kings, what you are doing is, perpetuating the racism that is hurting us. Nigerian Americans should have been the highest income Africans in America, the highest income demography in America. The reason they are not is because of racism. They speak English before they come here. They, their education system is similar to American education system, but they cannot make, they are not making the same, the most money because of racism. And you, as an African, should be against racism. It is so easy to criticize Black Americans. I have, North knows that I have big problem with Black Americans calling, mixed people Black, and I could criticize them without resorting to racist tropes. Calling Black American women Keisha or whatever is so disgusting. Claiming Black Americans are welfare kings and queens is so disgusting. And you could have criticized the passport bros without resorting to racism. And what that does is make it difficult for people like me to criticize. I hate making this video because I am, my channel is about criticizing passport bros. But here I am talking about, Anyways, this came from watching so many videos and getting more and more frustrated because I keep hoping that, these people would stop using racist language. And it is so, you guys do not know how shocking, I don't know, or embarrassing. I think actually it's not shocking. It is embarrassing to hear a freaking Black person using racist language. I'm like, it's almost like an ugly person attacking ugly people. Like, you are a Black person using racist words. I'm like, you do know that you are literally talking about yourself, right? I mean, like, so embarrassing. There are racist Black Americans who, I mean, one of them is the FBAs, and we could criticize those FBAs without resorting to the racist thing that they use. Let me tell you guys, I have never met, Ethiopian Habeshas could tell you. They never, these FBAs never tell us we look African, like we don't look like them. When they're talking about phenotype, they're talking about the West African phenotype because FBAs are anti-Black too, right? They don't want to look Black. And we could criticize that without us calling them, welfare queens, K-shots, stuff like that. You could criticize FBS without using racist language. I don't even know why racism is so attractive to so many people. Like, I was reading, this guy's post. He was talking about low IQ. I'm like, a Black person using low IQ? The idea of IQ is racist. I have never called anyone low IQ. Never. Because I know the idea of IQ is racist. And you could criticize, you could call another Black person ignorant without resorting to racist language. I don't even know why racism is so attractive to a lot of Black people. Like, why is self-destruction so attractive to you? Anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to say. I am on a weekend getaway because I lost 2 weeks ago. I started at 136 pounds. I'm not kidding you guys. No. 3 weeks ago, I was 136 pounds. Then I went to 134 pounds. Then I went to 131. Then last week, I was 126. I was like, yay. And if I lose 6 more pounds, I will be the same weight I was when I was 20. You know what? Most of my life, I have actually probably been underweight. But anyway, so I am coming back to my good weight, and I decided to give myself some kind of what do you call it? Almost like a reward. But I am in Coachella. I mean, the hotel I am in, I think this hotel might be, it's like 150 a night. But let's be honest, right now, 150 a night hotel is not like how things have changed. Before the pandemic, if you paid $150 a night, you are staying at a 5-star hotel, right? But this hotel is not a 5-star. It is probably not. I mean, it's almost like like a hip kind of like those new hotels where the shower is see-through, like the shower. It doesn't have a door or it doesn't have sliding doors. It's half open, and you could see people taking shower, which is okay for me because I'm here by myself. Or if I had come here, I probably would have come here. If someone would accompany me, it probably would have been someone I would sleep with, right? So I like it. I actually thought I would. This is the first time I'm seeing these see-through showers, and I love it. I love it. The other thing I love is the air conditioning. Actually, I could control it from my phone if I want to. So it's a really good one. But I am only here. I came yesterday. I'm staying here tonight, and then I will leave on tomorrow. And because I am going to Europe. FBAs are racist. They are FBAs are right wingers, and you could criticize this right winger xenophobic Black Americans without resorting to racist language. My problem is with racism. Africans who use racist language are I love blackness. I love being black. And thanks to Black Americans, let's be honest. I love my blackness because of Black Americans. Like Black Americans, especially Black American women, love blackness. And when you live among Black Americans, you start to love your blackness. This dark-skinned Black British girl said that when she comes to America, it's almost like she just laughs it because the compliment she gets. Like Black Americans are extremely pro-Black, except the FBA. The FBA is not lineage. Don't let them fool you. FBA is a right winger, Trump voting, xenophobic Black Americans. FBA doesn't equal to Black American, right? Just like and the Africans attacking Black Americans are of the FBAs and the Africans who attack FBAs. I mean, who attack Black Americans actually have a lot of things in common. They should actually be together because really, the people like me, liberal Black people like me, liberal feminists like me, we should create our own group and delineate ourselves from the FBAs, the racist Africans, and create our own group, because very obvious that a lot of these Black men especially are anti-Black. The Africans are anti-Black, the Black Americans are anti-Black. So we Black women, the Africans, the Black Americans, the Black Europeans, the Caribbeans, the women who love blackness, we should actually get together and yeah, I don't even know. FBA is not FBA. Let's be honest. FBA. I used to. North could tell you guys. I used to support FBAs because I thought they were about delineating from Africans, which I support. I think Black Americans should delineate from Africans, but that's not what these people are about. FBA is not just about delineating. I mean, it is so embarrassing to hear FBS say they don't look like, Africans. I'm like, and if you notice, they never say that about Habeshas. I have never heard, like, people will tell me, oh, you look like this do you look like Black Americans? No, or you look like. They only say they don't look like the Western Africans, the West Africans, because FBAs hate blackness. FBAs are anti-Black, so we cannot, Anyways, what was I talking about? Yes, so it is very important for me as a very pro-Black person to delineate myself from Africans attacking Black Americans, Africans using, a racist language against Black Americans, and also the racist FBAs. The racist FBAs who gave us Trump, who is literally destroying Black America. So I do not support FBA. I do not support Africans who are racist. I am very pro-Black. Anyway, what was I talking about? I think I got tired. Look how I think this is why you should never scream, because when you scream, you get tired easily. And let me see. What was I talking about? Yeah. Because this is the last time I will talk about, the African versus the racist Africans. I just wanted there to be, because I was one of the first, probably the I don't know. Um, uh, People know me for making a lot of videos criticizing passport bros who go to Africa, right? So I wanted to be very clear that I do not support racism against Black Americans. Saying that is actually embarrassing. Like an African saying, "I don't support racism against Black Americans." Like, why are you? Why are Africans supporting racism against Black Americans to start with? It is embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. There are Africans saying racist things about Black Americans. Why are you calling Black American women keishas? Why are you claiming that Black Americans are welfare queens and kings? Mind you, uh, Africans in France cannot even shop in certain shops because they are considered thieves. So you, as an African living here in America, you are perpetuating this racist idea that Black Americans are thieves, Black Americans are, fatiguing white people. You think that kind of racism will only stay here in America? It would not travel around the world and harm Black people. Police in Israel are killing Black Ethiopians there. The racism you are supporting here is the same racism harming Africans all over the world. Really, let me see, North. Hi, just that. How are you, Mama? My perfect world it would be a world where Black people take racism seriously and realize racism is global. Um, I mean, that these passport bros would say, "Well, Africans are the one that are doing this and that and that and that." Do you know that the passport bros, the Black American passport bros, support racism against Africans in Thailand, in other parts of the world, because they are convinced that their wealth will protect them from the racism that Africans get. So of course, I have problem with the racist passport bros. I mean, BMT was talking about how the bad reputation Blacks have in Thailand is because of Africans, and I'm like, Papa, the bad reputation you have, Black Americans have, is not because of Africans. This idea that it is like me, you, when you see racism against a certain Black people, what you should do is fight that racism, not say that, well, you know what, they deserve it. Because when you support racism in one context, believe me, it doesn't stay in that context. It would be generalized. If you support racism against Africans in Thailand, believe me, that racism will travel everywhere else. It will come here into America. It will go to Latin America. It will go to Europe. And passport bros, let's talk about passport bros, they are racist. Remember, they are racist against Black women. They are also racist against Africans. Passport bros have this Mind you, passport bros are broke. That's why they have to leave America, right? Because they are broke. So when they go to Africa, they have this delusion that them being in Africa is benefit to Africa. It doesn't. It actually harms Africa because they are sex tourists. Sex tourism doesn't help anyone. And now we can actually call them racism in Thailand. It goes everywhere because the racism that Africans face in Thailand is the same exact racism Black Americans face here in America. You cannot, if there is racism, it doesn't, it's racism is racism based on race. Africans have the same race as Black Americans. So any negative trope attached to Africans is going to be attached to Black Americans as well. So of course, the passport bros who are anti-Black, remember they are anti-Black. They are, attacking Black American women, and anyone who attacks Black American women, believe me, Black American women are probably the most Black people in the world, right? Because why do I say that? Because of course, Blackness is, worldwide Blackness is associated with Black Americans. But Black Americans or women are also the more Black than Black American men, because Black American women are always fighting for Blackness. They are the ones that started the natural, hair movement. They are, Black American women, their beauty standard is very Black centric, right? Like their beauty I don't know if it's called beauty standard for men. The beauty standard Black American women have for Black American men is very Black centric, very Afrocentric, right? So Black American women are the most pro-Black demography in the world. So anyone who hates Black American women, you have to realize they hate all Black people. So of course, when you see that, you should, you should dissociate yourself from them. FBA is, of course, FBA is a racist group. Africans are not part of FBA. Most Black Americans are not part of FBA. FBA is a racist, Trump voting, Trump supporting, xenophobic group of Black American men, mostly Black American men. A lot of the FBAs are Black American men. Of course, any person, who loves their Blackness should not be supporting FBAs, because FBAs are racist. They are very racist. They're always sitting there and saying that, this person doesn't look like us. Like they would take the most white looking person and claim that person looks FBA, but they would say, Blacks in Africa do not look like them, because these people are white worshippers. The FBAs are racist. They are white worshippers as well. But we should, we could criticize the FBAs without resorting to racist tropes. That is the point I wanted to make today, because I was getting more and more frustrated the more I watched this Africa. And this is the thing: the Africans would copy Black American English to sound cool. If I pull one of the posts that this guy who attacks Black Americans post, it is a Black American English all over it. But then he's going to turn around and claim Black Americans do not have culture. Papa, your whole personality, your whole persona is based on Black Americans. You literally are appropriating Black American culture, Black American language, Black American grammar, Black American, themes to sound cool, to sound hip. And then you are going to turn around and attack them. This is why we who love Blackness, who are pro-Black, people like me, should not be supporting, racist Africans, racist Black Americans. we should be, just like, the FPS are trying to delineate from blackness. We, the one that love blackness, should delineate from the FPS and racist Africans, so that we could have, a group of black people who love blackness, who can criticize each other without resorting to racism. But By the way, this is my man. Does this look okay? This is my what is this? My pants actually. Mm. Oh, it's just that. I am in a hotel, so I do have a laptop, but I'm afraid because the laptop is, I do. I'm always scared to use laptops. I do work for like for personal stuff because I'm afraid, what if someone hacked my personal thing and they get into my work, and I'm a nurse practitioner, so I see patients, so, and I don't want that. Anyways, so when you do StreamYard on your phone, if you try, if you close, like, how you could like tap, if you do that, it closes it. It closes it. That's why, it looks like, my internet is disconnecting. No, it's not that the internet is connecting. It is, StreamYard closing the app. Now, I don't like StreamYard, let's be honest. Let me see if I could, if you, if, is there a StreamYard app? Let me ask. Now, my goal in life is to be able not to attack people for, I am against passport bros. Let's talk about passport bros. And remember, when the passport bros started in 2018, Black American women who are very smart said that these men are not traditional. These men are just sex tourists who are going to poor nations to buy sex for cheap. And passport bros, oh my God, people are swimming. I feel like I should go and swim. You know what? I think I'm gonna come back to this. Let me see if you guys can. I think I'm gonna come back to this hotel, maybe because I'm going to Europe in August. And when I come back, I think I'm coming back here. And I am so like, I am, you guys, I have a loud mouth, but I am so scared to swim, but like, but I think I could swim. I'm going to swim. I think I'm gonna come to this hotel again and swim. Maybe I will come in because it's so hot now. Maybe I will come in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the swimming. Anyways, so in 2018, they were saying that, in 2018, when they started, they claimed they were not going to they were leaving the West because they are traditional men and the West has become absolutely degenerate, and that they are going to to poor nations to find traditional women to marry. Now, now the passport bros are attacking Mariah because Mariah criticized sex tourism. I was laughing because that is full 180, right? going from claiming that, if you call them sex tourists in the past, they would attack you. Now they attack you for criticizing sex tourism. So they have now, and this is actually a win for us, for people who criticize the passport bros, because they are basically admitting what we used to say, which is these men are not traditional men; they are sex tourists, and now they are proud sex tourists to the point that they attack you if you criticize sex tourism. So right now, this is a win for Black American women who have been saying that these men are not traditional men. They are not leaving the West because they are trying to find traditional women. They are leaving the West because they want to buy sex for cheap. And that being said, let me eat a little bit because I have food right next to me. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán. Okay, so FBA isn't xenophobic. They are the most xenophobic people in the world are Africans. Absolutely not. Look at Rwanda. That is genocide, not xenophobia. Look at South Africa. Yeah, South Africans are xenophobic. Look at Somalia. Somalians are not xenophobic. They are just tribal. So no. FPS are not only xenophobic. I mean, FPS are anyways, if you are a Black person and racist, the first person you are going to harm is yourself. I mean, they voted for Trump believing, mind you, they voted for Trump believing Trump was going to kick out all these illegal immigrants here and legal immigrants and going to create jobs. What ended up happening is Trump crashes the economy. Now, Black Americans have lost, like, I read almost like a lot of money from Trump's presidency because it was very obvious. Illegal immigrants are not stealing jobs from. Let me tell you guys how racism is the problem, not illegal immigration. Is one time I think it was during Bush. I think what they did was um, immigration started to go after illegal immigrant Latino men standing on at Home Depot, looking for day jobs. So the Latinos left, and black men are like, well, you know what? This is the opportunity for us to pick up day jobs. So they started to stand around Home Depot, looking for day jobs. And what they notice is, and instead of women going to this man and asking them, well, could you help me, transport this thing I bought from Home Depot? Can you help me load it to my car, or drive with me to my home and help me unload? The women were actually calling the police on the black men. So they find out that when black men stand around, Home Depot looking for job, and instead of getting jobs, they get the police called on them. So the reason black men do not have job, black people in America do not have job, is not because of illegal immigration. It is because of racism. But they have been convinced that if illegal immigration was to stop, their job numbers would go high. Right now, Trump has started a thing called DEI, where any black person who has a job is considered unqualified for that job. That's literally what DEI is. Seen like a black person who has a job automatically means they are not qualified. That is what the Trump administration is running. They have literally, like in the Department of they call it Department of War, but whatever, Department of War, they are going after all the black people. They are actually firing black people. They are demoting black people, removing their name from memorials, because this idea that right wingers would be pro-black would help black people. Like, there is this idea that if black, if there is no immigrants, America would give black Americans jobs. But there is no historical precedence for that, because the reason black Americans do not have such such a bad socioeconomic outcome is not because of immigration. I mean, immigration in America has been up and down, but the black socioeconomic condition has always been the worst. Whether there's a lot of immigration, no immigration, a lot of illegal immigrants, no illegal immigrants. And the funny thing is, right wingers like Trump actually hurt black Americans, but the FBAs were convinced that Trump was, they were even calling him the black president. But now black Americans are losing, getting fired, not getting hired. Mind you, like the FPAs, because FPA is usually the black men. It's the men. The women are very smart. Black American women are smart, so they stay away from the FPA. So the FPAs were actually celebrating, because they thought when Trump, and what's his name? I forgot his name. Elon Musk fire people from the federal job, it was just gonna be black American women. But what ended up happening is It's not just Black American women who got fired. It's also Black American men. So now you have Black American men unemployment skyrocketing. So it is actually very good. I mean, I really do not care. The only people I care about are Black American women, and the Black American women. Black American women didn't even vote for Trump. So you see how smart they are. But the Black men who voted for Trump, I'm so glad they did, because they probably look at them. Their situation now is worse than it was for during Biden. And they were so convinced that illegal immigration, like right now they say illegal immigration is almost at zero. And where are the jobs? Because the reason Black Americans do not get hired is not because of illegal immigration. It's because companies do not like hiring Black Americans. I mean, if you are an African immigrant, you could see the racism right in front of you. They will tell you, you Africans do not have attitude like the Blacks here. So that is the reason you don't get hired, not because illegal immigrants are taking your job. Your job should not even be taken by illegal immigrants, by uneducated, low skilled illegal immigrants, right? Because that's what they are. Illegal immigrants are low skilled. And the fact that the jobs that illegal immigrants are supposed to be stealing is from Black Americans tells you how unfair the system is for Black Americans, right? Because these illegal immigrants are working in low-skilled jobs. Black Americans have been here for centuries, and they should not be still doing manual labor, high-skilled jobs, low-skilled jobs. They should be doing high-skilled jobs. Okay. Oh, believe me, I'm gonna come because I don't have swimming. And don't worry, guys. I do not like. I look okay. I look good in swimming suits. So next time I'm gonna go. I'm gonna buy because I am very I'm self-conscious. So I'm gonna buy a swimming suit that covers a lot of me, and then come and swim. Because my God, you guys don't know how beautiful it looks. Woo! I should have been there. I should have been, swimming in the swimming pool. Yay! Come on, let's swim together. Okay, let me see where my computer is. Oh, okay. Oh my God. But you know what? But it's okay. I do not care that I am probably older than a lot of the people swimming, but I don't care. I am going to swim when next time I'm gonna come here, swim half the day. I need to swim. Anyway, what was oh my God, I have been here 1 hour. Anyway, they are attacking Mariah because she is criticizing sex tourism. So the passport bros went from saying they were not sex tourists to now saying that attacking sex tourism is a personal attack against them. They are saying that they have all the right to be sex tourists, which they do. They have the right to be sex tourists. That's not the problem. The problem is when Black American women correctly labeled you as sex tourists, you used to attack Black American women. But now you are turning around and claiming that, you are a proud sex tourist. That's what you are saying, and which is good, true. You are sex tourists, let's be honest. passport bros are sex tourists. Now, Mariah is she is also right wing. I actually was so sad because I was going through her videos, and she had made a video or a live. I didn't watch it. I think attacking people for celebrating when that racist what's his name Kirk 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 Erica Kirk's husband. Well, I forgot what's his name. She made video attacking the left for celebrating his death. I'm like, you claim to be black, but you support a racist guy, a guy who says that Charlie Kirk. Yes, sir, Charlie Kirk. So I'm like, but anyways, Mariah is like the passport bros, right winger, but the passport bros continue attacking her because Mariah is almost like, she is disproving the manosphere's talking point, right? Because they used to claim after 30, a woman basically have zero sexual value. But they see that she is extremely attractive and she could get whatever man she wants. They used to think that, a single mom basically would lose all her sexual value, but they see that men still want to be with her. It's not Mariah, going after men. It is Mariah actually rejecting men. So because the passport the manosphere tells you that, after you hit, amen. I'm being honest with you guys. I had more sex after I turned 36 because that's when I started to have sex. I never had sex before I turned 36. That is so, I don't know if that's pathetic, but that is the thing, right? These men tell you that after 30, what do they call? You hit the wall or something. So Mariah proves that we don't hit the wall. I mean, no one ever hits the wall. Let's be honest. When they tell you women hit the wall or men hit the wall, basically it is the most degrading thing. It is, reducing humanity to sex, right? My value as a human, as a person, is not dependent on whether someone finds me attractive. My value as a human is dependent on whether my personality, my internal value of me, how much I love myself, what my personality is, how I relate to people. So the idea of, hitting the wall is absolutely degrading. It is, you hit the wall, not because you stop living, but because people stop finding you attractive. Imagine basing humanity on whether you are sexually attractive to other people. Basing my humanity on whether you find me attractive, on whether the average man finds me attractive. That is degrading for both women and men. The idea that humans' value as human is dependent on whether they are still attractive to other people is, there is this thing in psychology called internal, oh my God, I forgot, internal point of, internal, let me ask ChatGPT. focus of self-value versus external focus of self-value. And people who are psychologically well, who are, good people, have internal focus of self-value. You value yourself by what you do, by what, like you have a set of standards. If you meet those standards, you love yourself. But people who have external focus of self-worth depend their value as human based on how other people see them. And in psychology, the second group of people, they have low self-esteem, they are easily manipulated, they are, they have very unstable relationships, because their whole value, their whole worth as humans depends on how other views them. So this idea of, hitting the wall is based on external focus of self-value, self-worth. Whether someone finds you attractive or not should not affect your self-worth. So there is the concept of me, there is nothing I will not do, because of course, I have to be honest, because I grew up very in a very conservative family. So, but I'm trying to to break that. So so I don't even know how I got here. I think I was talking about Mariah. So Mariah makes them angry because they are angry at her, because she is destroying all their talking points. Yeah, mind you, a lot of them uh, live like, it's almost like their hope in life is believing that the women who used to reject them, the girls who used to reject them when they were younger, would one day be would lose their beauty and be worthless, and they will come begging for them and they will reject them. That's oh my God, I'm telling you. It's like, it is like 100 something outside, but it is freezing here. Let's see the room temperature. Let me turn this off. Okay. So Mariah is destroying that, right? They probably were hoping, like women like Mariah, when they hit there, because they were probably rejecting them, like women like Mariah, the women that were rejecting them when they were in high school, and they were hoping that once they get, oh, I'm gonna leave this tomorrow. I am in Coachella, and Coachella is like it's so hot. But in my hotel room, it's freezing. I turned it off the air conditioning because so cold. Palm Springs, yes, I have. No, not to the mountain. I was actually at I have gone there so many times, but I always at a cabin, and I didn't know it snows. Maybe when does it snow? When? Because I'm gonna go there. I probably will go there because my plan now that I'm gonna be 50, is every month I'm gonna go somewhere, and I think this year I plan to go to, like, every month I'm gonna go somewhere. Um, I'm going to Europe in August, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I have been planning to do things like this. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I remember where my first solo vacation was in 19, no, I think it was 1999. I went to Las Vegas. No. Did I go to Las Vegas? No, I went to Reno. And then I was such a, I mean, everybody was so shocked that I went by myself. And I, like, every day I was doing something. And one day I went ski, and oh my God, I felt so many times. The second day I was just, oh my God, I could not walk. I could not walk. But I loved it. I loved it. Then this white guy, I mean, at that time I was probably 99. I was 23. He was probably like, I'm almost sure he's in his 40s. He was trying to hit on me, and I'm like, Papa, I am young enough to be your daughter. And he was, in the ski with his family. I'm like, why are you trying to hit on on someone? But of course, I was confused. Anyways, um, one thing I'm gonna tell you is this place is actually very nice, to be honest. Very nice. Hmm. Yeah, we took the tram all the way, like it would to the, and there was only two black people, me and another girl who came with a group of white girls, and it was so beautiful. Mm. And I don't know how, like, I like food, to be honest. I spent almost like $200 on food there, and I didn't feel anything at all like spending $200 on food. I mean, I love food. I could spend like a lot of money on food and I wouldn't even feel it. And I don't know what I ate that day that, that cost $200. Anyways, now we know that, the passport both are sex tourists. They are proud sex tourists. And it is, that is what they are, proud sex tourists. And so what was I was going to talk about Africans. I have actually written about Africans attacking Black Americans. Actually, the first one I wrote is titled. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it all there. Irony is there. Let me see. You can see how skinny I have gotten. I wrote this, not undermining Black Americans is the least Black immigrants could do. I wrote that in 2022. So, as you could see, I have been pro-Black Americans long time ago. So there is absolutely nothing you could say about me that would, show you I am, I'm very pro-Black. North, you know that, right? I even, North is Black American and I'm an African. And I used to, we used to go back and forth because I used to support the FPS. I still support, them delineating from Africans, and I still believe that Black African immigrants are extremely disrespectful to Black Americans, telling our kids not to play with Black American kids. So I still would support delineating from African immigrants. The problem is FPS are not just delineating; they are supporting racists like Trump. They are, themselves racist. Oh, we don't look Black, we don't look like Africans. So, of course, I do not support something like that. But where is the liberty? Do not want, I think. Jesus Christ. It keeps on. Are there still passports? I only see Austin Holman. I think Austin. Oh, there are. I think passport bros right now have finally admitted that they are sex tourists. So sex tourism, as you guys know, sex tourism has been there since the first time white men left Europe, because white men created sex tourism. And the most sex tourists are white men. So, man, you know what? I didn't want to go out. Maybe I should go out now, I didn't want to go out because, there is swimming pool, and right next to the swimming pool, there are rows of, chairs that almost like lounge chairs that you could sit on. But I didn't want to go there because I'm like, my God, I'm gonna get so hot. But I see that there is like a stream of water being sprayed. I think if I could sit there, and my hair, very clean, and I don't have wigs. So if the water is all over me, so I still go okay, because I can come and take on, wash my hair again. So I have this feeling that I should just go outside and sit on the lounge, and maybe I should go it or last night, oh my god, I met this black couple, a black couple, a husband and a wife. I met them, and with they were like, what, they were so funny, so loving. I mean, it is like, I had fun. So we ordered, the lady ordered tequila, and I have never drink tequila, and I'm like, should I drink tequila? And she's like, yeah. And they loved my name. They were just calling me Zay, but the way they call me is, yeah, the South Africans are actually so sad because they have a minority white people controlling everything in their own country, like in their, these white people, they're Europeans, but they are focused on, other immigrants from Africa. Anyways, so yesterday, and I was like, no, I can't drink, I can't drink tequila. So I ordered whiskey. And oh my God, I thought I could handle it. Maybe because I didn't drink for a long time. 2 shots, and I was just, I didn't even know how I came to my bedroom. I mean, nothing happened to me, but because the elevator was right there, so I got myself to my bedroom. And the thing is, when you are drunk, you don't sleep right away. That's what I thought. I thought you'd sleep. Like, you get drunk, you just sleep. No, I could not sleep. And then I started watching Canine, I think, and everything was just like, everything is like, what is in my dream and what is I'm watching, just everything seems the same, right? Like, everything was muddled. Oh my God. Oh my, the great thing is, when I woke up this morning, I didn't have a hangover, probably because, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna drink again. But I had fun. Oh my God, this were the funny, like a lot of people were coming, like they would hear us talking and they were coming and joining. They were such a nice couple. Anyway, and they're from California too. I should have taken their phone number. But I don't know. Maybe I drink because I was so nervous. I don't know. Anyways, black race all over the world. Let me show this on. Show. Okay. Black people or black race all over the world did find a way to hate each other. Look at what's going on in South Africa. This is such a good comment. Yeah, very, very, very much. They even killed an Ethiopian there. When my sister was there, they used to call her colored because she's so light skinned. And she was telling me, like, my sister went to college in Cape Town. And she used to tell me that, you rarely see any black South Africans in the college. You literally have to go to, like, almost like the ghetto to see blacks in their own country. So the passport bros, as we know, are sex tourists. The first sex tourists, remember, are black, white men. But the difference between passport bros are black men. They used to tell us, they were going, like, the white sex tourists. They never claimed they were going, they were going abroad to find wives. And most importantly, they do not attack white women in America, white women in Europe. But the passport bros started their whole movement attacking Black American women. And even now, like 90% of their content is attacking Black American women.
I don't drink wine any longer. So what I do is I buy apple cider, then I buy beer, and I put beer in the apple cider. That's a very unique drink. Anyway, what was I thinking? I think I eat too much, so I stopped. I can't think. And the thing is, tomorrow I start work at 8 o'clock. Oh my God. Let me see what I had.
Okay. It looks like, StreamYard for cell phone is not really good. And apparently, I shouldn't say apparently because I tried it, I couldn't find it. There is no StreamYard or StreamYard app. I am enjoying this hotel is so large. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? I was surprised. Why am I looking at, because the swimming pool, I actually went there this morning. Like, I didn't go in there, but I went there on my way, and it was on the third floor. So I'm like, how am I able to see? Because the third floor is literally vertically, like, literally straight down from where I am. So I'm like, how am I able to watch it? This hotel has, like, 3 towers. So the one I'm looking at is actually not in my tower. It's in the another tower. Oh, I love this hotel. But I still think this hotel is probably like 3-star, or I don't think it's 5-star. Obviously not. I mean, a lot of the people here they look like students. And I don't think, but it's sad. I mean, in the past, if you paid $150 a night, you are staying at an expensive hotel. But now, I mean, everything is expensive. Like 3 days ago, I went, like not 3 days ago, last weekend, I went shopping at Walmart. And what did I buy? I bought, those small, like a mini Coke, mini sodas. I bought, it's not even up, like, like I think it's 10 of them together, right? Like in a box. I bought a box of that. I bought 1 head of onion. I bought like 3 tomatoes. And what else did I buy? And then I bought, like, the Swifter, the liquid, the refill thing. I bought that, and it came to like 70 something. Like everything. Let me see what I bought that day, to be honest. Let me see. $4. So almost $100, right? So I bought water, small water, the small bottles. So I bought water, Coke, oil, cooking oil, soy milk, I think. Either almond milk. And what else and tomato and potato. And it came to $94. Let me see. Did I get anything else? All that. Okay, so I bought apple cider. I mean, apple cider should be cheap, and a very, very cheap Band-Aid, a box of Band-Aid. So it came to $94. It tells you that, this is what I think, guys. During the pandemic, of course, things were expensive because, everything was closed. Then the companies used, like, raised their price. Now, the supply chain is no longer clogged, right? There's no delay any longer, but they never bring down the price since then. So right now we are, they are inflating their profit. This is not because of the cost of producing things has gone up. It has not. It is because they know they can get away with it. Now I'm angry because I am a single person living by myself, spending $100 every week for shopping, and guys, I shop at Walmart. Like, the only thing I do not buy at Walmart, the only food item I don't buy at Walmart is, what is that I don't buy at Walmart? Oh, I don't know. Do you guys know wheat bran? I use that for bread. I buy it at Sprouts. Other than that, I buy everything at Walmart, which means, it's very cheap, right? But still, I'm paying $100 a week for food for one person. And mind you, I'm not, I don't eat a lot. That's why I'm skinny. And still, I'm paying a lot of money. Okay. Now, what was I gonna say? So we started talking about the Africans attacking Black Americans, and I actually wrote this. Hold on, let me see what the title is. Okay, Irony is dead. So the title is Irony is Dead. Africans use AAVE, which is African American Vernacular English, to say Black Americans do not have culture. I wrote that. Let me post the link. I wrote, go. I wrote this. I wrote this in October 2022. So I have been criticizing Africans who claim Black Americans do not have culture, but Africans literally, like, guys, let me tell you guys how much Africans are appropriating Black American English. What happens right now is that thanks to social media, everybody have access to Black American culture. And the Black American culture is the most imitated culture in the world. Like social media, the social media slang is literally people stealing Black American language and claiming it is social media when it's not. Like 99% of the social media slang is basically people stealing Black Americans' English. Now, there is this Nigerian, the most popular, the most famous blogger in Nigeria. Her name is Linda. Linda started blogging like 2002 something. When she first started, before she had access to Black American English, she was using very the Nigerian English, such and such person claimed this data, like the Nigerian English. Then in the 2010s, going from 2010 onwards, thanks to social media, Linda got access to Black American English. Now, when you read her blog, it's cringe. It's cringy for me when Africans imitate Black American English. It is baby mama or flex or roast, like Black American English, like the guy. You guys know who the title of today's live is about, right? And if you go to his posts, it is imitating Black American English, and imitating Black American English is by itself embarrassing. You should not be stealing Black American English, but you steal it and then you turn around and claim Black Americans do not have culture. Literally, to sound cool, to sound hip, you have to steal Black American English. Do not tell me it's because American media is the dominant. Then why don't you steal white American English? Why do you have to steal Black American, the minority language, the minority culture? Shouldn't you be stealing white American English? But you do not. The one you steal is Black American, because Black Americans are cool. They are the definition of cool. So you steal their language to sound cool, to sound hip. Then you turn around and call them cultureless. Then you turn around and claim they don't have culture. Papa, you are stealing their culture to sound cool. But like, there is right now, there is no popular Nigerian blog that doesn't use AAVE. Everyone is stealing Black American culture. So you cannot claim Black Americans do not have culture when you are stealing their culture. If they do not have culture, why are you stealing it? Why don't you use the same English you used to use pre-2010, before the internet, the social media gave you access to Black American English? Let me read something that guy posted. Oh my God, to be honest, I am too full and feel very bad that I'm not, in the swimming pool. Imagine if I go to the swimming pool dressed the way I am dressed. I should have brought, from now on, every time I leave every time I go somewhere, I'm gonna carry a swimming suit so that I could swim. Oh, I swim really bad. I don't know how. Like I swim like a little child. Like I cannot even keep my head up because I grew up in a very conservative family, so my dad didn't allow us to swim. So I actually learned to swim here in America. So I was already very old when I learned to swim. So my swimming form is very bad. My cousin, she swims like a professional, not me. Me, I swim very like a child, like a little baby. Let me see. Oh, you know what? There are two black girls in dresses. Actually, maybe that one is okay. Let me see. Yeah, both of them are in dress, actually, and I don't have dress. No, they're not black. I think they are. Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, but so hold on. They sat, and I think every lounge chair has, that umbrella thing. I don't know what's called. So there is a shade. There is shade. So I should have been there. I should have. Hold on. She's taking off. Oh my God, she's taking off her clothes. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, she's taking it off. She's taking it off. Oh, okay. So it's not a dress. Literally, it came off so easily. Oh, okay. Is she going to swim or just sit there? Hold on, okay. So she took off her clothes and the top is okay. Let me see. Is she gonna go to swim or just sit there? Okay. I think she's gonna sit there. Or is she going to swim? Oh, I think if I went there and I saw her take off her clothes, I probably would be like, "Oh, you were mine," because she's the only one. She and her friend are the only ones that that were not in swimming suit. But now she took her off, so now it's just her friend. Maybe her friend would also take off her clothes, her dress. Let me see. Oh, oh! If she came, I would feel so comfortable because I wouldn't feel like I'm the only one dressed like the only one who doesn't have a swimming suit on. But now she took it off. So let me see. Let me see what the other one is gonna do. I don't know. I think she's taking pictures. It's so strange. I mean, she is not she's standing, but all she's doing is just touching her hair. Like she's not sitting. I think the other one is taking pictures. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, so now maybe this one would also take off her clothes and the other one would. Okay, it's strange to be honest. Very beautiful black girl. Maybe the other one is not a girl. I don't know because why would just one of them be in on. Is she gonna put on her clothes? Uh, oh, now I understand. She's just doing this for pictures. Okay, I get you. I have not taken pictures in almost so many years. Like, well, I took picture when I went to Ethiopia, but okay, I got you. Yeah, she's just taking pictures. I don't think she is there to swim. Yeah, she's not. Anyways, she's not there to swim. Oh, okay. The other girl also took off her. Well, actually, this one. Oh, okay. Okay. This is probably something I would do when I was younger, like go to the swimming pool, not to swim, but just to take pictures. And these two look like very young women. Like I used to go to the beach and take pictures after pictures after pictures of me doing, but I would not like actually, yeah. And the picture they're taking is very interesting. They're taking a picture of their backs basically. And if I were there, I probably would have volunteered to take their pictures because obviously they probably want to take pictures together. But no one is offering to take a picture of them. And I think there are more guys than women. Okay. Oh, one thing if I go down there, one thing I would do is take my towel, the towels. But there are so many towels in here. Take them so that my butt will not be sitting on on the lounge chair that someone else already sat on. Yeah, that's what the girls, the one of the girls, she put a towel on the lounge chair before she sat on it. So very smart girl. That's what I'm gonna do too because I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna come back here in August, and I'm definitely gonna go. I'm gonna swim, and then I'm gonna sit on the lounge chair. Hold on. Let me see how she does it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, wow. So her dress actually is like, oh, I'm gonna buy that dress. Oh, both of them got dressed and they're leaving, I think. They only came down there to take pictures. So they're leaving already. And her picture is like her. Okay, you know what? Definitely will do this. I'm gonna buy that dress, the dress she's wearing. Very good. It's like strapless. So like it is easy to take it on and off. And the way she did is her like her I don't know what's called, like the top of your swimming suit, like the broad thing. It's the strap is the same color as her dress, so it looks like the dress, like the strap of the bra looks like it is the dress strap, like part of the dress. But so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a swimming suit and buy a strapless dress the same color as that. Oh, she gave me good idea. Then I will just like, because I know me, I get nervous easily. So I would I would go down there with that, and if I feel a little nervous, I will put it back on. Oh geez, she gave me a good idea. But obviously, I'm not just gonna go there for 30 minutes. Like they didn't even stay 30 minutes. They stayed probably like 15 minutes, took pictures and left. Oh, you know what? Some of the guys are drinking alcohol, and let me see what they are doing. They're drinking alcohol and then getting into the swimming pool, which is dangerous, you know? Once you drink alcohol, you should not be swimming because swimming is something that requires you to have a good control of your, you know, your body, right? Because what if, let me see. But the funny thing is, I do not see like a woman and a man couple swimming together, which is good. I am someone who believes, you know, the more we uncouple people, the more, you know, I do not want it to be that, you know, women, you know, everywhere they go, they have to go with their boyfriend, da, da, da. You know, we should uncouple that thing. So a lot of the, like almost everybody in the swimming pool is a male person, and like there are not, like they came there by themselves, they go there by themselves, because I do not see women, you know, either in the swimming pool or outside, so it's good. Now this lady, oh, she is wearing the swimming suit that I plan to. Oh, okay. So this one is an older lady, probably my age, and she has like one piece. I think that's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna buy a one piece. I have not seen anyone jump into the pool. People just, like, you know, walk into the pool, like, you know, there's a stair. Maybe, you know, there's probably anti-diving rule. Okay. Yeah, I'm coming next time. And usually when I come on, like when I go on my weekend getaway, I go on Friday. Saturday, I go somewhere, like, you know, maybe go out on in the bars or something. And then Sunday, rest. And then Monday, go back home. But next time, I'm gonna come on Saturday, Friday, and leave on Tuesday. Because I love this. I truly love this. No, I'm talking to myself. My friend, well, not a friend, a coworker wanted us to go to Las Vegas, but I don't think I'm gonna go to Las Vegas ever again because the parking is really ridiculous. Last time, thanks to my job, we stayed at the Venetian or something, whatever it's called. And even though we stayed there, we were paying $21 a night. I'm like, Papa, uh, I stay here. I have a room here. They're like, well, yeah, that's why you're paying only $21. Otherwise, it would be $30. I'm like, what? So you charge me, I don't get free. You are going to charge me? And of course, once you you reserve a room, right? They will tell you it is $70 a night. But when you get there, it's already $200 because they add resort, whatever, and it comes up to like just ridiculous. So I said to myself, I will never go back to Las Vegas. But I went to San Diego. Same thing with San Diego. I stayed at what was that hotel I stayed at? And I was paying $21 a night. That $21 must be, there must be a psychology behind it because they make you pay $21. I paid $21 a night. I stayed there for a week. And oh my God, what is 21? Oh, probably I paid like almost $150 for parking for a week. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. Not yeah. San Diego actually is okay because I have a friend there. So I could stay. I could either park at her place or stay with her. So San Diego is not a problem. But okay, I think it's a family of white, like 5 white women with one man, one probably their family. So yeah, I was like when I stayed in San Diego too, paying for parking. Why are you charging me for parking when I'm staying at your place? And the San Diego hotel was not even a fancy hotel, it's like the only thing I liked about the Venetian when I stayed there is, that what do they call it? That ride on the little, is it a river? I mean, I don't even know if it is a real river. I know they are trying to imitate the Italian city, Venice, right? Venice, the Venetian. I think they are trying to imitate Venice. So yeah, I didn't get into the ride, so but because yeah, but I loved it. I loved it. But I think if we travelers, I'm a traveler, but that's a different thing, right? If travelers, tourists refuse, like like they boycott cities that charge ridiculous, that charge fees for parking, this, this ridiculous, parking fees probably would disappear because it's ridiculous.